So yeah, the biggest thing we're going to go over today is just 8 activities that you can do in 8 straight weeks. And the podcast that I kind of got this from and tweaked it a little bit, this guy ran his team through this and they did 20 million in 8 weeks once they started doing all 8 of these activities here. So we'll kind of break them down. The biggest goal is heading into the new year. Obviously just to get a ton of momentum around the turn of the first there. And I think if we can do these 8 activities for 8 weeks, we'll definitely be in the 20 millions or 200 million, I should say, next year. So 8 activities here. Try to break them down per week, and then we'll break them down a little bit further in the later slides here and give them a little bit more like smaller obtainable goals here. So first activity, just 5 new contacts to your CRM per week. That's 1 per day. This can be, actually I'll break it down here later on. 5 handwritten cards per week. Put an emphasis on the handwritten, even if you've got crappy handwriting. Let your clients know that you at least tried. 25 connections per week. 3 role play sessions per week. This is cool. You can do it with AI now. And they'll hit you with real-time objections and stuff. 2 open houses per week. 2 reviews per week. 5 social media posts per week, 1 a day. And 25 calls per week. So 5 calls a day. And if you guys have any questions in the middle of this, just interrupt me. So 5 new contacts to the CRM per week. The biggest reason we put emphasis on this is because you can feed your clients in your CRM in a number of different ways. Market reports, newsletters, client events. And if you're using Bold Trail, that's the only one I can really speak on, but it makes it super easy to where if you close on a client, now you can actually label them with a close, a lead source, or not a lead source, but more of like a tag, like a close tag. And at that point, when you're getting ready to send out big client events or a Merry Christmas email, you can actually sort them super easy by just that close tab there. But again, this is who you can kind of add to it. The goal is, when we're adding these people to the CRM, we're getting their name, we're getting their phone number, we're getting their email, and then a bonus here. If you go on fastpeoplesearch.com, type in your client's name or your aunt, uncle, whoever it may be, you can actually get their address. And I always cross-check it with BSNA just to make sure that it actually is their address. But when I did it for myself, it did both the right address there. So,
does everybody use Bold Trail?
Yeah.
Or does everybody have Bold Trail and not using it? Any of those?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I have Lofty.
Lofty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you vet your contacts before you put them in your CRM?
And like phone number wise?
Yeah, like do you make sure they're a real contact? Like,
Yeah. So the goal of this is you're not just kind of going through the phone book, adding them. You're like talking to them. So it's like talking to your aunt. Hey, can I add you to my CRM? I'm just going to send you a newsletter once a month, and that way you can at least know what's happening.
the referrals like that you get from whatever you get your referrals from.
Yeah.
Like if you're getting Zillow referrals or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep
Yep.
those first.
Yep. Vet them, and then another thing you can do. Again, this is on Bold Trail. I'm not sure about Lofty, but if you're getting like referrals from like Realtor.com, they should actually be able to connect with your Bold Trail. That way, like if you accept the lead, like right now, like Realtor.com, if we accepted a Realtor.com lead, they're actually going to send it to a forwarding email, and then their name, phone number, email is automatically going into the Bold Trail. And then if it's coming from Realtor.com, it has a hashtag Realtor, probably RealtorCom is what it would be. And at that point, there's a campaign that automatically kicks off based on that hashtag. So it would say, hey, this is Gavin. I got your information from Realtor.com. I saw you were looking for a property in Battle Creek. Can I give you a call? At that point, you're doing a showing, but your system's messaging them. And then they can be like, yeah, call me at 3. And then at that point, you at least know when you should reach out to them. But there's a lot of capabilities with the CRMs in terms of like, just accept the lead and then it'll forward it into your CRM with all the information that you'll need. Yeah. But again, friends, just try to build your CRM here. Your friends are going to buy a house eventually, so we want to at least start dripping the newsletter on them. Obviously, invite them to your client events if you do have them. And all these people here should be invited to your client events either way because they'll refer you to people. They're eventually all going to buy houses here. But these are just some really basic ones where, you talk to these people or at least see these people quite a bit. So these would be the easiest, in my opinion, to add to your CRM there. So inspectors, like get your inspector added there and make sure he's coming to all your client events and stuff and getting your newsletter. Questions on this one? 1 handwritten card each day. This is one that I really struggled with just with bad handwriting. But I noticed if you could do this for 30 minutes on a Monday and get all 5 cards done for the week there. But this is kind of a 2-for-1, if you will, because the easiest place to find things to write handwritten cards to clients about is social media. If you're not connected with your friends on social media or your clients on social media, it's a good chance for you to like follow them, start connecting with them, commenting on their stuff, but also gives you a nice little easy idea of what to write a handwritten card to. Like if you see a client whose kid just got all state swimming, that'd be a nice chance to just write them a card, let them know that you saw Johnny got all state. So proud of them, and it's not real estate related, but it's just more like you're having that personal touch with them and something outside of business. Obviously, the goal is that they come to you to buy something, but we're just trying to make friendships really so that they'll just naturally come to you when they're ready to go. See out in public. This is one just recently. I was getting my oil changed, saw my friend's mom out in public, talked to her, wrote her a handwritten card because I was doing this challenge. Just said, so great to see you at the dealership. Hope everything's going well. So good to see Cam back in town. And then a week later, she called me and was like, hey, my friend lives in Philly. Their parents are just passed away. They got to sell the house. I sent them your name. I don't know if it came because I wrote her a handwritten card, but for some reason, I just feel like if you do these activities, the universe will put opportunities in front of you. But another easy one, holidays, anniversaries, birthdays. Another point to make is it has to be handwritten. If you're really bad at writing, maybe have your wife or girlfriend write it for you, but at least sign your name at the bottom there. And then just a little tip on this one here is you can couple this kind of like what I was saying at the beginning there with social media, is if you're trying to find, your clients on social media and you're not finding them, friend request them from out of your friends and you can see when certain things are happening in their lives there. At the same time, when you do friend request them on Facebook, see when their birthday is, add it to your bold trail or your lofty. Because at that point, if you do it in bold trail, whenever their birthday hits, it'll actually send an automated email and a text message to the client just saying, happy birthday, hope you have a blessed day from Jesse. And it actually comes from you, even though it's your system sending it. It does sign it as you there. So that's one thing is friend request them, add the birthday, and then find something to write a card to them about.
Do you put your business card in there with it, or you're just
I don't, only because
sign your name?
yeah, I'm just trying to make it really personal with them.
Got it.
Yeah, like I don't want them to think it's business related, even though it's the thing guiding it is a business accountability schedule here. 5 value add connections per day. So this one's probably one of the tougher ones here, but again, don't overthink it. So we're just trying to have very intentional reach outs to people in our community. I think I saw Summer actually posting a picture with somebody that had a local business. That's a great value add, especially post a picture, tell your friends and your followers to go check out that business. You're adding value to that local business there. So a value add connection could be, you're reaching out to an insurance agent, just saying, can I leave you a 5-star review? Something simple like that. You're kind of giving them something and not expecting anything in return, but I think naturally, they'll try to figure out a way to benefit your business as well. So just some examples here. You could call an inspector, can I leave you a review? You could call an insurance agent. Is there anything I can help you out with today? Is there anybody that you've spoken to that maybe I can benefit a conversation with? Are you lenders here? Are you guys running any cool loan programs I can advertise for you? This is kind of just a basic one here. Is there anything I can do for your business today? That's a very general one, but the ultimate goal here is just to do a good deed or service for people in the community in hopes that it's reciprocated back to you there. So that's 5 per day. That's 25 a week. That's kind of a lot, but the ultimate goal is like even if you fall short and you do 15, that's 15 more than you would have done if you weren't necessarily following like an accountability schedule here. 3 role play sessions per week. I know it kind of seems weird, especially being a remote company, but the really cool thing about this is you can go to ChatGPT and kind of coach the GPT to have actual like real voice conversations with you. So you can have the GPT call you and you answer it, and then it's just kind of throwing objections at you, or it can be more like an outbound sales call where you're calling like a FISBO, and the GPT is giving you like actual FISBO objections here that you have to figure out how to counteract. So this one's really cool. Another bonus I would say on top of this is like you could do like I see people on Instagram all the time that like record their calls with clients and then post it just to try to like give off the appeal that they're like a professional. They handle objections really well. They know what they're talking about. But you could record yourself having a conversation with ChatGPT and post it. And I don't think anybody outside of this room now would know that it's GPT on the other line there. But on top of that too, you don't have to ask for permission to post it because it's an AI that's on the other end. But this just helps you, you're handling new objections. You're learning maybe some objections that you haven't heard before, and now you're trying to figure out ways to counteract it and script around it. And then also you're just kind of refining, especially with FSBOs and expireds, you're just refining what those scripts might look like there. And then just 30 minutes in length, 3 days a week. I mean, you could do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, real quick in the morning for 30 minutes. And I think what people notice is that they just become more comfortable talking real estate and more comfortable with like some of the terms there that do come up.